Now, as has become a tradition, the driving crew is here in New York at the 2019 International Auto Show. We've been tasked with picking our highlights and lowlights. Take it away, guys.
So my favorite of this show is actually the Volkswagen Touareg concept. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's pretty damn cool, and it looks awesome in the way that the first generation Ridgeline never did. And it also shows that Volkswagen is getting serious about coming into the pickup market in North America, which could be interesting to have a new player in that small pickup segment. Coming into the show, I was actually really excited to see the Hyundai Venue, but unfortunately, it left me feeling completely flat. That's a hugely important segment, these small crossovers, and they did great with the Kona, which looks fantastic, offers the full electric powertrain, but this Venue just kind of looks like a mess. The grille is all over the place, and it just looks weird, so I worry that it's just not going to do anything else that the Kona's not already doing.
My hit of the show, and I'll probably get some flack for this, is the 2020 the 2020 Toyota Yaris hatchback. Because, simply put, the best part about the Yaris hatchback is the fact that it's essentially a Mazda 2. It has the Mazda 2's engine, transmission, except it wears a Toyota badge. And that pretty much means it drives like a Mazda should. So it'll probably be pretty fun to drive. My miss of the show comes from Nissan. As much as the 370Z is an absolute gem, its normally aspirated V6, 6-speed manual transmission, and rear-wheel drive is the stuff enthusiast dreams are made of. But unfortunately, the car is hardly relevant anymore, and no amount of special stickers or retro-inspired liveries would save it from irrelevance.
So my hit from the New York Auto Show has to be the 1970 Datsun 240Z parked over with Nissan's other awesome heritage vehicles. But if I pick that, Jonathan Yarconi will lose his mind. So my pick of the show is right next to it, the Heritage Edition 370Z. I know it's just a sticker package on a car we've had forever, but the 370Z is a good car, and I like the retro stickers. They don't have to reinvent the wheel to make a car I like. I think it's a great package. So as much as I want my miss of the show to be the Hyundai Venue for what has to be the worst automotive name in the past 50 years, it's gonna go to the Cadillac CT5. I don't like the name, I don't like that it has 550 on the back, and I don't like that it's just not the great styled vehicle. It doesn't resonate with me, it doesn't look like a Cadillac. Cadillac had worked really hard to build up a great brand portfolio, and with these newest models, including the CT5, I don't really like the direction the brand is heading. I hope they can turn the ship around.
Now, my highlight is not exactly the flashiest car on the floor, nor is it going to be anything special, but what I did like about it is fuel economy. The latest Toyota Highlander has got seating for 7 or 8 riders, and yet it returns an average fuel economy when you've got the hybrid powertrain under the hood of 6.9 litres per 100 kilometres. Now that is better than many compact cars. Well, my miss of the show was the Volkswagen Atlas Basecamp. Now, they only had the front half of it here at the show, and that was a duded up Atlas that, well, it's designed to go off-road, and it's designed to take an off-road trailer with it. Now, given that fewer than 5% of SUVs actually go off-road, what they developed was a niche product that's, well, niche enough it's going to be redundant even before the concept becomes reality. For that reason, the Basecamp was my miss.
I was told I couldn't pick an old car for the hit of the show, otherwise I would have picked this absolutely gorgeous 250 GT, because it's got to be one of my favorite cars ever. But since I can't pick an old car, I'm afraid I'm going to have to pick the next best thing, which is a tribute to an old car in the Nissan GTR. And not only the Nissan GTR, but everything that Nissan did this event, because they really brought it all out. They brought out all their heritage models. They really celebrated the history of that model, and I think they've done a fantastic job. So that is my hit for the 2019 New York Auto Show. Unfortunately, my miss is going to be the Mazda CX-5 diesel, because diesel's kind of going out. Everybody else is going to hybrids, electric models, and they probably will sell a few of them, but honestly, I think they've kind of missed the boat on that one. So unfortunately, Mazda, I'm afraid you've burnt this one with your oil burner.
My hit of the show has to be the 911 Speedster, which in the Heritage design package right behind me looks absolutely stunning. The Speedster is a really unique car for sure. It's basically a GT3 with the top removed and these really cool swoops on the back. It can come in two ways. You can get it in the regular version at $312,000 or the $340,000 Heritage Design Package. That's a lot of money for Porsche, and that's why it's also the miss of the show for me, because for a Porsche, that's money that is way over the top. The 911 has always been about value, about being a kind of an aspirational car. At $340,000, it moves well beyond that. For that much money, you could buy a really nicely loaded Carrera 2S Cabriolet, optioned the way you want, plus a GT3, and still have money left over for dirt bikes. So for that, it has to be my miss.
So there you have it, the highs and lows from the 2019 New York International Auto Show. For Driving.ca, I'm Graham Fletcher.